Hey YouTubers, my name is Ace and you're watching TheAceStation. Today we will be talking about one of the most anticipated games of the year, Mass Effect 2. Let's start things off with the graphics. A huge improvement since the former, in the midst of stable frame rates, quicker rendering, and visuals that will make you thank God you own a high-definition television. No really, the graphics are so amazing it makes me want to make love to it. A planet Starbase Omega is one of the first locations you'll visit after the story's kick-ass prelude. From the dark atmosphere, the gritty streets, flying cars, and giant video screens, it made me feel as if I walked into the set of Blade Runner. Upon leaving Omega, you're left with a whole new galaxy to explore and too many locations to talk about on this video. There's so much to do, in fact, you'll realize that you're going to have relationship problems with your girlfriend. On the first Mass Effect for the Xbox 360, the cutscenes had some major rendering issues. They took care of that little problem, and to top it off, even stabilized the frame rate for a smoother experience. And the character models. Oh, the character models. I've never wanted an Asari love slave more than I already did after playing this game. But getting back on track, this game introduces both old and new races to the game, and each with better visuals than before. Rest assured that BioWare didn't slack on any visual details throughout the entire game. Moving on to sound. I love the 80s space music. Nostalgia swirls around you as the epic battle music plays along as you shoot your way through the field. As each incredible scene unfolded, the music alongside impacted my excitement to the point of catapulting off my chair. The sound effects of the game were beautifully implemented, from the flying cars to the sound of each gun or cannon you fire, the dance music and sidebars you come across, they have it all covered. Refer to Starbase Omega to get a feel for the ambiance used in the game. So go ahead, drop your controller for a minute and take in the sounds of your surroundings. You won't regret it. Moving along to gameplay, the controls of the game are similar to the original. However, there are a few useful changes made that efficiently utilize the controls while in battle, which I will elaborate on momentarily. But first let's discuss non-battle situations. Here you can no longer draw your gun. While this was amusing in Mass Effect 1, the good old days of running around the Citadel, aiming your gun at Ambassador Udina's head. Ah yes. Anyways, what they did is allow you to put your gun away after you've cleared a room of baddies. This is a tip, so make a memo of it. If you can put away your gun, then the room is cleared. Get it? Got it? Good. Oh, happy day. You can run whenever you want now. No longer do you have to wait until battle before you get to use this happy little feature. In addition, they added a handy button for leaning up against walls for cover. This works really nice for those high-heated battles. Let's talk about the ship Normandy. The Normandy had undergone significant changes. While on your trusty ship, you have several departments which you can visit that hold some value to your mission. You can upgrade your ship, change your weapons loadout, perform scientific research to greatly improve upon or to find new equipment, scan planets and change your armor. Speaking of armor, you can now individually change out each part of your battlesuit for a unique appearance to stand out from the rest. You are now able to scan planets. In turn, they remove the Mako vehicle. I personally do not miss it. When you visit planets, you can search them by using your ship's scanner. By doing this, you'll uncover minerals that are used for your scientific research. Each planet specifies the richness, letting you know if it's worth your time. Also by scanning, you can find landing locations, which leads to hidden side missions that usually branch out into longer scenarios. Very cool. Moral choices flood this game. Compared to the first Mass Effect, this game really hands out tough decision making. Even though you have Paragon and Renegade points, you will be doing a little of both. No clean slate this time around. Sometimes you'll even question some Paragon choices you'll make, leaving you wonder maybe you should have handled it differently. The main concern about moral choices you make is that you need to gain loyalty with your teammates and maintain it. The more loyalty you gain, the better chances of survival on the last mission. And yes, if things go badly, even Commander Shepard can die. So think hard. Think real hard on the choices you make. There are consequences for your actions. Onward to combat. There are a lot of pleasant changes in this category. The first thing you'll notice about weapons is that they added ammo and clips. This has mixed reviews, but personally I welcome it. It calls for intense battles and smarter tactics when forced to conserve rounds. Another thing is each gun handles differently now. Added recoil to each shot and kickbacks to larger cannons found in your arsenal adds additional realism to gameplay. Tech powers and biotics are a hell of a lot more fun now. Your powers can be assigned to buttons so you can use them on the fly, adding to a smoother combat experience. Also, another fun thing is you can activate 3 powers at once with the help of your other 2 teammates. Simply bring up your powers menu and it pauses the game. Let's say there are 3 enemies in a group out in the field. Take your reticle and highlight one enemy and activate the power Slam with Commander Shepard. Then highlight a second enemy and use a teammate's power called Lift on him. Finally, highlight the last enemy and use your other teammate's power called Push. Leave the power menu to resume gameplay and watch the comedy unfold. It's a beautifully orchestrated room of ragdoll carnage. This time around, they overhauled the menu. Removing the inventory screen is the first thing that was brought to my attention. Before each mission, you will assign the weapons. On some missions, you will find weapon lockers mid-level that allows you to swap items out if needed. The leveling has also been altered. For example, if you play as a soldier, you no longer have to place points in what gun you want to be more efficient at. Now you focus more on the powers each gun has to offer. To me, this is less cumbersome and easier to adapt to. When you reach level 4 of a particular power, you're offered one of 2 choices to greatly enhance the power's capabilities. Remember I said they removed the inventory? There is no longer the need of swapping out armor. They focus more on allowing you to look like a badass and less on getting better armor that looks crappier than the one you had before. My overall opinion is this. Mass Effect 2 is considered the Empire Strikes Back of the series. No sunshine and rainbows in this game. It's a very dark epic, and it is simply awesome to the very last second. I highly recommend this game. If you've not played the original, you should do so, because if for some reason you were living under a rock for the past few years, then perhaps you missed out on the fact you can import your save data from the first game to Mass Effect 2. What does this do? Well, aside from getting starting bonuses, every choice you made from the first game carries over. Things that will surprise you. I won't ruin it, but let me tell you, I couldn't believe how much was carried over. It's insane. And finally, a tip from me to you. Scan planets like crazy. Find all the minerals you can, and do all your research to upgrade everything. This will give you a good head start in the game. And lastly, keep your saved data after beating Mass Effect 2, because it will be relevant in Mass Effect 3. Well, that's everything I have to say. Stay tuned for the next review on Knight Chronicles for the PlayStation 3. My name is Ace, and thank you so much for watching The Ace Station.